to ask him was, please introduce to me those people who are ready to take concession of road. I want to see them. I want to see them. As much as they want, I'm ready to concession. My public record shows that I executed the first road concession in the whole of West Africa. So I'm not against it, but my experience shows me two things. Most of the people, well, not most, let me not say most, a number of the people who say they can do it can't do it. It's experience. In the housing sector, we have enough cases to show. In the work sector, too, we have quite some number. When they come back, they say the numbers don't match. So it's not that, as Senator Goje says, that I was being a lawyer. That team that was coming to you to say that they will raise money, I knew that they were not going to raise them. Where's the money coming from? Look, let's ask these questions. They come. Let's replay some of the scenarios. State governors have seen them. And some of them are here. It won't cost you a penny. That's what you hear first. You've heard them. Ultimately, it costs you everything because you wait. You don't act. The time that you have lost is more than a penny. In a 4-year cycle, you have maximum of 2 years if you are lucky. 3rd year, you are preparing for election. It's cost you a lot to start with. Let us assume that it happened. Then it's good. Ultimately, what then comes? After you start prodding them, you don't see result. What then comes? Oh, we need bank guarantee from the state. Or we need federal guarantee. By the time you get to providing guarantees, who is paying? Simple commitment. Think through it. The entire capitalization of Nigeria's private sector, the financial side, how much is it? So now every year, and I'm happy ICLC is here. Every year, they ask us, we send a list of roads to them. They put them on their website. They are no takers. Let me make this point, sir. Very important point. We must understand that private sector wants to make profits. They're not there for charity. There are some projects that are easier for them to fund, and we must distinguish them in our minds. I have in my own mind a road that has been built. Private sector can come and build the toll plaza, operate and manage and collect toll. That's what we did on the Lekki Link Bridge. We built the bridge. We asked somebody, come and do the management, construct the toll plaza, pay for it, put the equipment there, manage it. But they didn't have, how much then? 29 billion to build that bridge. They can't raise that kind of money. Can only raise that on the balance sheet of a state government. Now, then, airports, for example. There are so many parts of an airport. There's a runway. How many runways are private sector built? They won't go there. They will build a terminal building. You know why? It's a cash counting shops, restaurants. That's where there's money. They'll go to a hospital. A bed space is for rent, laundry, food, catering. So we need to separate them. So there will be the exceptional concessioning of a road. But with the number of roads we have, who is going to come and take off all our roads from us? That's a social asset. Government must find a way to build as many of it as possible. Now, whether, and without prejudice to what ICRC will tell you, and again, is the traffic count on the roads. We did a traffic count, the last one was 3 years ago. So we have a measure of about 22 of the roads. Only about 3 are doing 40,000 vehicles per day. Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, Kano. Ibi, you have the details here? I think you should put that report and let them see it. So if you go from Lagos, Ibadan, by the time you get to Shagamu, the numbers begin to drop. They're turning east. So the numbers that get to Ibadan. So if you are the one planning to do that, what does that tell you? What's your business model? On Abuja to Zaria to Kano, by the time you pass Kaduna, the numbers begin to drop. And if you have driven Zaria, Kaduna before, you will see the density of traffic as against when you... So these things are numbers driven. So we're not opposed. That's why we do all of these studies, just to arm ourselves, to show that, okay, what's the traffic count? What will I tell them when they come? Now, we've recommended, Mr. President has approved that he's advancing us the tax he will pay. So how many Nigerian companies pay 73 billion naira in tax? So that's the market we are talking about. That's the private sector we are talking about. So I'm not opposed. I'm just being real. And I know that we have 2 years to do something. Really defining before you start world congresses and the beat goes on again. So, and in that time, we can do, if we agree, if we prioritize the use of our resources, and if we hit it. Without prejudice to that, the exceptional one can come as the market dynamics improve, and we will have a few. But nothing yet on the table. Sukuk is another attempt to get private capital into